For today's video, we will be discussing team synergy. Many players have come across the subject and simply just ignored its importance, but I believe it is what makes any team compatible regardless of how each person plays. This video is not just for console players, it is for everyone, even those on PC, and isn't primarily based for Apex Legends either. But that is the game I will be using as our example. And one more thing before we kick off the video, this guide is not so much for finding the perfect stable squad that you can build cooperation with. It's much more about how you as an independent player can find synergy with anyone you play with. If you're not here for any of that, then there's a playlist on screen with videos full of information to help you improve specific parts of your game for any first-person shooter. The first topic to discuss is prioritizing your damage. The term for this is focus fire, where you and your teammates are focused on downing one enemy at a time. The odds of a single enemy knocking your entire team are just as slim as the odds of every member of your team winning their 1v1. Downing one enemy player while sticking with your team gives your team a 3 vs 2 advantage. Even if your health gets low, there will be enough time to pop a medkit, because 9 times out of 10, a duo isn't going to push a trio head on like that. They're going to attempt to heal their teammate or stand their ground. Either way, you're still up a man, close enough to fully healed, and you'll have 33% more firepower than the team of 2 that is left standing. Still, it's recommended to focus fire again on one of the two, and that will lead to a very simple squad wipe. This can all be done without communication as well, but it is recommended to talk to your teammates with this plan in mind. An entire team focusing on one enemy is much more effective than a team fighting 3 separate duels. Remember, this can be done with randoms as well. You shouldn't rely on teammates to win a 1v1. Even if they're your closest friends. That extra firepower can be a make it or break it moment. In addition to this, be as specific as possible by calling out the enemy you are attacking. For example, saying that you broke shields on the guy on the left is not at all helpful when the enemies can simply rotate. Saying broken shield on Wraith or I'm attacking Wraith is much more effective, so your teammates can join in. Even if your teammates are off doing their own thing and are attacking enemies, shooting the person they're firing at will have the same effect without them even knowing it. Just be prepared for the rage when they scream through the mic that you stole their kill. Recall that you helped them, and trust me, they'll be thankful later on that you did. Having the highest amount of kills isn't at all necessary because assists are a part of ranked series too. So downing players together as a team is a very smart tactic, as 2 people will almost always get the assist and 1 person will definitely get the kill. Be it in ranked or casual, the more damage constructed by your team, the better, so the importance of focus fire is colossal. Going back a little bit to the communication aspect of things, alerting your teammates of the damage you dealt can be a game changer even if you get knocked. You could say that you cracked the shield on Wraith, but you need to heal and are at a disadvantage, unable to capitalize on that current situation, but your teammates are. So informing them that Wraith has no shield or you just headshotted her is much better than saying nothing at all. Some other forms of communication could be that you're low on HP and you need to heal. Or maybe the enemy knows of your location, so you tell your team exactly that, and that you are also repositioning. Possibly you want to go on a long flank. Informing your teammates of this will let them know to hold back and strike just before you get there, or simply calling out an enemy position like that Wraith being a floor above you while you're healing. It's understood that many competitive players out there do this, and even most general or average players do it as well, but it's still important to touch on. However, there's something your parents probably tell you a lot, you're just not good at listening. And yes, I said it, you heard me correctly. But do not fear, because it's a problem most people have in average daily life, so you're not alone. These aren't commands, and the people talking aren't your drill sergeant. They're just trying to help, and you ignoring them hurts not just yourself, but your entire team as well. Being a conscious listener, be it callouts or pings, you need to understand the value of this before you become an absolute beast of a player. Don't let your team die because of not listening to a callout. Likewise, if you need help, ask for it. A common CSGO term is called trading. The first form of it is trading lives, which is pretty simple. You know the location of an enemy, so your teammate pushes to deal as much damage as possible while also being a distraction, so you and maybe another teammate may push and go in for the kill. The teammate that goes in first is expected to not make it out alive, so it's an eye for an eye in this case, where your teammate dies but so does one of the enemies. The second form of trading is a little different and is much more common in games like Halo, Titanfall, or even Destiny. And this one will apply much more to Apex Legends. Games like these have much larger health pools with the ability for players to heal up faster or even at all. It makes sense to be more aggressive with your teammates to push enemies, but in a conservative manner. You have to be focused on everything around you that you are doing yourself, but also what your teammates are doing. If your teammate encounters a 1v1 and he takes a ton of damage and deals an okay amount of damage back to the enemy, both players will most likely push back to heal. However, this is your time to shine, to peek from a different angle and exterminate the weakened enemy as your teammate is healing. This happens in all types of FPS games, however, and it's not always a conscious plan where it just happens in that moment without even thinking about it. Making a conscious effort, however, to play this way with proper communication will make you become an overall better player. The purpose of trading is that it tells us it's okay to bait your teammates just as long as you do it with a purpose. It also makes sense to tell your teammates to bait you. Sometimes the most dangerous person on your team is the one who has a ball hair of health remaining, fleeing the battle scene. This is due to the fact that the most aggressive enemy players will push your weak teammate and not think twice about it. This gives you the advantage as he will not expect you around the corner fully geared and waiting for him to arrive. Recognize these types of scenarios and turn them in your favor. You can even do this while knocked. Don't have your teammates crawl towards you, have them crawl away because the enemy will believe you will be hiding in the direction they are crawling. Even if it leads to your knocked teammates fully dying, you're still able to revive them, and even then, you'll still be alive, giving you a much higher opportunity to win the game than with all of you dead. So remember, it's not all about you. In summary, we discussed the importance of focus firing, how to do it without a match made in heaven team, how specific communication can be crucial, how listening is even more important, and how to properly trade by baiting yourself or your teammates. And one more thing, if you have any ideas for what I should cover next in one of my videos, feel free to tell me down below. So did you learn something today, come to an understanding on a tactic, or help refresh your playstyle, or are still utterly confused or in need of help? Please tell me, as I will assist anyone who has questions or concerns in the comments below. With that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching the video. Drop a like, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this, because I've been Sync Gamer. I'll see you all next time.